Have you ever just stood up from the couch and before you even take 2 steps, you hear it? That soft little tap of paws behind you. You walk into the kitchen, there they are. You head toward the bathroom, still there. You turn around in the hallway and your dog is looking at you like you are the only important thing happening in the entire house. Most people smile when this happens. They say, "My dog just loves me." And maybe they're right. But maybe that's not the whole story. Maybe your dog following you everywhere is not only a sign of love. Maybe it's a question. Maybe it's a habit. Maybe it's trust. Maybe it's worry. And maybe, without realizing it, your dog has been telling you something about your relationship every time they quietly walk behind you. Dogs don't follow for no reason. They follow what matters. They follow what feels safe. They follow what predicts food, movement, attention, comfort, excitement, and sometimes relief from a feeling they don't know how to handle alone. So when your dog trails behind you from room to room, they may not simply be saying, "I love you." They may be saying, "You are how I understand what happens next." And that is where this little everyday behavior becomes much deeper than it looks. Because 2 dogs can do the exact same thing. Both can follow their owner everywhere. Both can wait outside the bathroom door. Both can lift their head the second their person stands up. But one dog is following from calm connection. The other is following from quiet fear. On the outside, you see the same footsteps. Inside the dog, it can feel like 2 completely different worlds. And once you learn how to tell the difference, those little paws behind you may never sound the same again. The first reason your dog follows you is attachment, not obsession, not clinginess. Attachment. Dogs are social animals. Their brains are wired to pay attention to the ones who bring safety, food, warmth, play, and comfort. And for many dogs, that person is you, not just the person who fills the bowl, not just the person who opens the door. You become the familiar rhythm of the home, the voice they know, the body language they read, the person whose presence makes the room feel normal. So when you stand up, your dog may be thinking, "Are we doing something?" When you leave the room, they may wonder, "Should I come with you?" And when they curl up near your feet, they may not be begging for attention at all. They may simply be choosing to be close. That is one of the quietest forms of dog love. A dog does not always need your hand on their head to feel connected to you. Sometimes they just want to be in the same space, close enough to hear you move, close enough to smell you, close enough to know the world still makes sense. That's why a relaxed dog may follow you into the kitchen, lie down near the doorway, and just watch. No whining, no pacing, no panic, just being there. That kind of following often comes from trust. Your dog is not chasing you. They are settling near you. And that difference matters more than most people realize. But attachment is only one part of the story. Sometimes your dog follows you because without meaning to, you taught them that following you pays off. And once you see this, you'll probably laugh a little, because it's almost too true. Think about your normal day. You walk to the kitchen, and sometimes something tasty appears. You stand up from your desk, and sometimes that means a walk. You move toward the front door, and sometimes that means outside. You pick up your keys, and suddenly the whole energy of the house changes. To your dog, your movements are not random. They are clues. You may think you're just crossing the room. Your dog may be thinking, "Hold on, this might be important." Dogs are incredible pattern readers. They notice tiny things you barely notice yourself. The sound of your chair scraping back, the way you close your laptop, the hand reaching toward the leash drawer, the shoes you choose, the sigh you make before getting up, the little shift in your energy before you leave the house. To you, these are just habits. To your dog, they are predictions. And sometimes following you is not some deep emotional crisis. Sometimes it is smart strategy. Your dog has learned that where you go, something interesting might happen. That does not make their love fake. It just means their attention is sharper than we give them credit for. A dog can adore you and still know that the kitchen is the place where chicken sometimes falls from the sky. And honestly, they are not wrong. The third reason your dog follows you is curiosity. Dogs live through scent, sound, movement, and change. A closed door is not just a door. It is a mystery. A shopping bag on the counter is not just a bag. It is a whole new world of smells. A person walking into another room is not simply leaving. To your dog, the story is continuing somewhere else, and they don't want to miss it. This is why some dogs follow in a calm, alert way. They sniff the air. They glance at your hands. They check the corners. They watch what you touch. They are not panicking. They are investigating. It's like they're saying, "Something changed. I need to know what it means." That small behavior carries a bigger message than it seems. Your dog is not only watching what you do, they are learning how life works around you. For a dog, the house is not just a house. It is a map of routines, smells, sounds, and possibilities. And you are the moving point on that map. So when they follow, they may be gathering information. Where are you going? What are you carrying? Are we leaving? Are we staying? Is this a calm moment? Is something about to happen? And that leads to another reason owners often miss. Your dog may follow you because they are trying to predict your next move. Dogs feel safer when they can anticipate what comes next. A predictable world is a calmer world. That's why sudden changes can throw some dogs off. A different morning routine, a suitcase on the bed, a tense phone call, guests arriving, a new walking route, a day when you are rushing distracted or quieter than usual. Your dog may not understand the details, but they feel the shift. So they watch you more closely, not because they are trying to control you, because your behavior helps them prepare. A dog following you around the house may be quietly asking, "What kind of moment are we in right now?" That sounds like a small question, but emotionally, it is a big one. For many dogs, your body language is like the weather report. Your calmness tells them the day is safe. Your tension tells them something might be wrong. Your routine tells them what to expect. Your unpredictability makes them check again, and again, and again. This is why sensitive dogs often follow more than others. They are not being dramatic. They are reading the room through you. But now we need to talk about the part that can be hard to notice. Sometimes following is not just love. Sometimes it is worry wearing the shape of love. Mild separation anxiety can look sweet in the beginning. Your dog follows you everywhere. They stare when you move. They jump up the moment you stand. They wait outside the bathroom. They cannot fully settle unless they know exactly where you are. At first, it can feel flattering. You think, they just want to be with me. And they might. But here is the part that matters. Love feels warm. Anxiety feels urgent. That is the difference. A dog following from love usually has softness in their body. They can lie down nearby. They can glance away. They can nap. They can let you leave the room for a little while without falling apart. They may prefer to be near you, but they are not desperate. A dog following from anxiety often feels different. Their eyes may stay locked on you. Their body may look tense, even when nothing is happening. They may shadow every step. They may whine when a door closes. They may scratch bark, drool pace, or wait frozen near the exit. They are not simply choosing closeness. They are struggling with distance. And that matters. Because when a dog follows from trust, your presence feels comforting. When a dog follows from anxiety, your absence feels unsafe. Same little footsteps. Completely different emotional experience. So here's a simple way to begin telling the difference. Ask yourself this. Can my dog relax when I am not available? Not gone for hours. Not leaving the house all day. Just unavailable. Can they lie on their bed while you cook? Can they stay calm if you close the bathroom door? Can they chew a toy in another room? Can they rest while you move around without popping up every single time? Can they be near you without needing to monitor you? If the answer is yes, then their following is probably healthy attachment, learned habit, curiosity, or simple companionship. But if your dog seems unable to settle unless they are physically close to you, they may need help building confidence. And this is not something to feel ashamed about. It does not mean you ruined them. It does not mean you loved them wrong. It does not mean they are spoiled or broken. It means their nervous system has learned, I feel safest when I can see my person. And now gently, you can teach them something new. Safety can still exist when I am not right beside you. That is one of the kindest things you can give a dog. Not less love, more confidence. The goal is not to make your dog stop caring about you. The goal is to help them feel brave, even when you are not in the room. So how do you actually do that? The first way is to practice tiny separations that are small enough for your dog to succeed. Do not begin with leaving for an hour. Start with seconds. Step behind a door. Come back calmly. Walk into another room. Return before your dog panics. Let distance appear for a moment, and then let your dog discover that nothing bad happened. The power is not in leaving for a long time. The power is in coming back before fear takes over. That is how your dog slowly learns, this feeling passes. I can handle this. The second way is to give your dog something meaningful to do when you are not the center of their attention. A chew, a puzzle feeder, a stuffed toy, a safe resting spot, a simple place cue. Some dogs follow constantly because they have never really learned what else to do with themselves. So instead of only thinking, how do I stop my dog from following me? Think, what can I help my dog do instead? Give them a job that feels safe. Give them a place that feels good. Teach them, your bed is a calm place. Your chew is worth your attention. You can have your own little world while I move through mine. Independence is not rejection. Independence is emotional support in a different form. The third way is to make leaving and returning feel boring. And this can be hard for loving owners. We want to make a big goodbye. We want to say, I'll be back. I promise. We want to come home and turn it into a celebration. But for an anxious dog, all that emotional intensity can make separation feel like a huge event. So keep it gentle. A calm goodbye. A calm return. No dramatic exit. No guilty energy. No overwhelming reunion at the door. Your message should feel simple. This is normal. You are safe. I come back. Over time, that rhythm starts to matter. And eventually, that rhythm becomes security. But remember this. You are not trying to turn your dog into a dog who doesn't care when you leave. You are trying to build enough confidence that love does not feel like fear. Because the healthiest bond is not the one where your dog panics without you. It is the one where your dog trusts you enough to rest. That is the real heart of this behavior. When your dog follows, you don't rush to label it as cute, clingy, spoiled, loyal, or needy. Look a little closer. Are they relaxed or tense? Are they curious or worried? Are they choosing you? Or are they chasing safety? Following can mean, I like being near you. It can mean, something good might happen. It can mean, I'm trying to understand your world. And sometimes it can mean, please don't leave me alone with this feeling. The behavior looks simple. The meaning underneath it is not. So the next time you stand up and hear those paws behind you, pause for just a second. Not to push your dog away, not to feel guilty, just to notice. Because your dog's love is not only in the moments when they run toward you. Sometimes it is in the quiet way they follow. And your love is not only in letting them stay close. Sometimes it is in helping them feel safe when they cannot be close. That is when something in the relationship changes. Not when your dog follows you everywhere, but when your dog finally knows they don't have to.